Call me Billy.
Mr. Yoder, would you please tend to the InGen files like we discussed?
Yes, ma'am.
Would you mind if I took a look at your wound?
Yeah, why not?
I've tried talking to her, Dr. Sorkin. It's no use.
Well, she'll need...
So, what'd you find out?
Looks like Dr. Sorkin wanted to turn this place into a dinosaur preserve instead of an amusement park.
And InGen didn't go for it, huh?
Why would they? There's no money in that.
So Dr. Sorkin has a weakness for preserving wildlife. Good to know. Oh, that's a lot of rejected dino preserve proposals.
Yep.
You gotta hand it to the lady. She don't give up easy. So, Sorkin.
Hippie type. Got arrested a bunch protesting for animal rights.
So, Sorkin.
Hippie type. Got arrested a bunch protesting for animal rights.
I guess that's that chat done.
What's the point of rebuilding? Hammond will kowtow to the major shareholders and cut every corner to recoup their investment as fast as possible, with no regard to the animals' welfare. So that girl is your daughter?
Yeah, my youngest, Jess, 14. Hard to...
Hey, you know who our prisoner is? Because no one else seems to.
Well, I've never seen her on the island before. I don't recognize her as someone who works for InGen. But I don't know everyone, so it's possible.
I hate to interrupt, ma'am, but I really think we need to be going.
I'm afraid I can't, Mr. Yoder. Someone needs to tend to the dinosaurs during this disaster.
I'm sorry, Dr. Sorkin, but InGen wants all survivors back on the mainland as soon as possible. No exceptions.
Why can't it wait?
Wouldn't this place be better off as some kind of dinosaur preserve? I mean, it's kind of stupid to treat these creatures like they're in some kind of circus, right?
Huh. You have a point. But as long as John Hammond is in charge, the animals are going to need me here to ensure that they're treated with respect.
That's true.
Someone needs to speak to the board about protecting these dinosaurs. You believe in animal rights, don't you? Wouldn't you put your neck on the line for them?
Well, obviously that's true. But as long as John Hammond is in charge,
Oh, for
the
fuck's
animals
sake.
are going to need me here to ensure that they're treated with respect.
Listen, Hammond really made a mess of this place. You have no idea. There's no hiding his incompetence after this disaster.
You're absolutely right, Mr. Yoder. But none of this matters if the board of directors...
I'm not supposed to say this, but I heard the board is going to hold an emergency meeting about, you know, new leadership. If you were there, you could act as a witness to the events that took place here. They'd have to listen to you.
That's true. I hate to admit it, Mr. Yoder. But perhaps you're right.
And our orders also mention an assistant?
David. Yes.
David Attenborough.
I'm afraid David won't be coming back with us. He told him to stay away from the
Oh,
quarantine.
Dr.
hands.
Sorkin, I'm so sorry.
Thank you. Now, before we go, I have some work in the lab that must be completed first. Dr. Harding, perhaps you and your daughter would like to assist me. I've been working on a cure for one of our dinosaurs' nastier genetic disorders.
Oh? Which one?
It's dietary. Right up your alley. Dr. Harding, we've done it.
And what exactly have we done?
Reverse the lysine contingency, of course.
Wait, what?
InGen, Henry Wu, added a gene to the dinosaurs that makes them dependent on supplements of an amino acid called lysine. Without their weekly doses, they'll all die
You
off.
cannot give that to the dinosaurs. They need to be contained. If any of them get off the island...
Okay, listen. I've been working with the Parasaur's behavioral program for months now. If I go back to the mainland to fight for this place, they'll all be dead before I can get back, along with all of my research.
Parasaurs?
Parasaurolophus. They're herbivores, generally safe.
Let me give the solution to them, to see if it even works.
How many are we talking about?
Why don't you come out with me?
2 million.
See how much progress we've made with them.
Henry, Dad?
Fine. We'll go.
Cool.
You'd be cool to fuck it. You want to escape off his island? No. I want to see dinosaurs now. What's wrong with
I'm
these people?
glad to finally have you out here, Dr. Harding, despite the circumstances. We've been doing some very interesting work with our parasaurs. behavioral communication experiments.
You've interpreted their calls.
Some of them. And I plan to use that to get them out of the pen.
Out?
Well, I'm not going to treat their water with them still in there.
How do we know there aren't any bad dinosaurs around?
The dinos told me.
Well, believe it or not, the dinosaurs told me. See that one? She's the lookout. She'll stand guard while the others graze. If there were any predators in the vicinity, she'd be nervous and emitting a danger call. But she's not. She's calm. Jerry, you can activate the speakers from there. Jess and I will set the various parasaur sounds that play through them.
Dad,
Jerry's got to have
it's
fun.
okay. I mean, it's safe, right?
The parasaurs will warn us of trouble before it gets close.
Stay with Dr. Sorkin.
She's getting eaten.
Okay, let's move some dinos.
We can't just shoo the animals out, but we should be able
You
to
can.
manipulate them into moving using their own sounds.
Cool.
These speakers on the west side of the pen can be set to play a parasaur food call that will attract the hungry dinos. The speakers on the east control the mating sounds that will attract the more amorous dinosaur.
What about the big set of speakers in the middle of the pen?
Ah, those emit the danger call. The parasaurs
Danger
will
zone.
instinctively move away from it.
So basically, we can herd the dinosaurs out of this pen using the speakers and their sounds.
Get to one side and use the danger call.
How do I turn on the speakers?
I'll have to tell your dad to do it when we're ready.
All right.
Dr. Harding?
Yeah?
Fit.
West side speakers, please.
So I heard you were like a hippie protester or something in the 70s.
Where'd you hear that?
From Yoder.
The 70s were a tumultuous time. I fought for what I believed in, and sometimes it gets you arrested.
You were arrested? And you still got a job as a, scientist?
Paleogeneticist. And yes,
Scientist.
youth is the time to be reckless and test your boundaries. It's how you learn what's important to you. Dr. Harding,
Yeah?
I need you to activate the east side speakers, please.
East side. Okay.
So, what happened to your assistant?
Let's not talk
Samuel
about
Jackson.
that right now.
Well, did you work with him long?
It doesn't matter.
Oh,
Listen, he was a wonderful young man. And I am sad. I really am. But if I let that stop my work, then all these animals will die too, trapped behind the walls that we built. You understand? If we want to move the dinosaurs forward, we might need to give them a good scare from behind.
oh, we can use the danger call.
Good thinking. Dr. Harding,
Yeah?
Danger.
activate the danger speakers.
That's it. They're out.
Good
Left
job,
eventually
Jess.
with it, no?
Finally. Go forth and multiply.
Pretty good at this. Maybe you'll be a behavioral scientist someday.
Maybe I will.
this is why she was elected to be the lookout. What's wrong with her foot?
It's a broken toe. Feel free to have a look. I just have to do one more thing, and then we can leave.
Fuck, you check a dinosaur.
Lysine.
If the dinosaurs are to have a fighting chance, they'll need this solution to survive.
I'm still not sure.
Jerry, this is my life's work. These are basically my children. I'm not gonna let these creatures die because some bureaucrat can't stand losing control. They deserve their own lives.
Jess,
Dr. Sorkin?
Laura.
Laura, what's lysine?
InGen, Henry Wu, added a gene to the dinosaurs that makes them dependent on supplements of an amino
Said this
acid
before.
called lysine. Without their weekly doses, they'll all die off.
Don't tell my dad, but I got a D in chemistry.
Then today should be very educational. The solution we were creating at the lab will reverse this scenario, allowing the animals to live out their natural lifespan. We just need to get it into the main water supply.
Okay, that should be easy, right?
This is a big responsibility, Jess.
I
we
can handle it,
fucking
Dr.
solid.
Sorkin. I mean Laura.
Okay, Jess, let's get started.
I'm telling you, man, almost made me swear off Chinese food forever.
Yeah, right. I've never seen you refuse an egg roll. Ever.
I said almost. Besides, my date was hot. You remember the girl with the blonde hair, red scarf? What was her name?
I don't keep track.
Oh, you remember her. She was the one that was wearing the... Hold on. You hear that? Go, go, go! Oscar!
Just to help him up or something.
You set this chopper down right now or I swear I will shoot you!
Oh, that's real smart!
If I'm going down, you're going down with me, sweetheart!
Billy!
Oscar, get over here! I'll pull you in! Come on, man! That's it! Come on! One more!
Billy! Tell that woman she's dead when I get in there!
Come on, Oscar! Put those giant friggin' arms to work! Get in here!
Oh, a whole lot of help for your pal, like. Fucking spam.
You're one stubborn son of a... Hey! What the hell?
No problem! You got this!
Got this.
Land this thing, now!
Not gonna
She's
happen!
flying off with it. Can't get any closer, like. Oh, the Glasgow kiss.
We good?
No. Not so good.
Is the water ready?
Yep, lysine is now officially a part of this nutritionally balanced dino breakfast.
Excellent. Now I just need to get this water into the main supply and we'll be done. That's it, Jess. We did it. Jess, come up here. I want you to see this.
Dad's caressing a dinosaur.
This is how nature intended these animals to exist.
Wow, with all the running away I've been doing, I haven't had time to really appreciate them.